Yo, yo, what is up, guys? It's Cone back here again today with another video. I'm finally excited I get to make one of these trade reaction videos. Also, side note, I literally just rolled out of bed, so sorry if I look out of place or whatever. But Orlando Magic, Chicago Bulls just got a deal done. Nikola Vucevic, not the guy I was expecting to go from the Magic first. A lot of talk about Aaron Gordon, a lot of talk about Terrence Ross, Evan Fournier, but Vucevic was the guy that I have been thinking the Magic should trade. I thought they could get a haul for him and they pulled the trigger. Credit to them. Even though I'm gonna be honest, I don't love the package for Orlando. I'm happy that they at least pulled the trigger on this. I think the Bulls got a steal on Nikola Vucevic. I feel like there could have been more out there for the Magic. A contender maybe would have been willing to throw them more. I don't know, but I'll get into it. Also, the whole point of these videos is to overreact and be knee-jerk reactions. So if I say something dumb in this video that you don't agree with, let me know in the comment section below. Also, like and subscribe. There's going to be trade deadline stuff all day today, so you don't want to miss out on that. So make sure you subscribe. But yeah, like I said, the full deal is Nikola Vucevic to the Chicago Bulls for Al-Farouq Aminu, Otto Porter, and 2 first-round picks. We have not found out what year those picks are, but I'm guessing they're probably going to be pretty soon because that would make the most sense for the Orlando Magic is to get picks now as they try and rebuild. I don't know. It's interesting. So I'll look at it from both sides. From the Magic side of things, this means they're unloading everyone. This is what I thought they should do, so I'm proud of them. They've been trying to be mediocre for so long. They've just been always kind of hanging around that 8, 9, 10 seed-ish spot, and I'm glad they're finally committing to a rebuild. Their record's bad right now, and by getting rid of Vucevic, and presumably this means that they are going to get rid of Aaron Gordon, Evan Fournier, Terrence Ross potentially. Getting rid of all those guys, I would be surprised if the Magic don't have the worst record in the league by the end of the season, especially with season-ending injuries to Markelle Fultz and Jonathan Isaac. This team's going to be bad. Really, really, really bad. And that's what they need. They need to get a superstar in this draft to help add to the core of Fultz, Anthony, Isaac, when he also comes back from injury in addition to Fultz. You could look at what you have now in Mo Bamba. This gives you a chance to evaluate Mo Bamba and see if he's part of the future. You have a potential core there. You just have to evaluate your guys, be smart about some stuff, and end up getting lucky in the lottery this season, and this rebuild could be over sooner than later. Now is the perfect time to commit to it, and I'm really happy they did. Proud of them. Now, on the return side of things, like I said, I feel like they could have gotten more. Wendell Carter Jr. is a solid center. I don't think that this means that Mo Bamba's gone, particularly because Wendell Carter Jr. is undersized for a center. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to play him at some power forward when they trade Aaron Gordon. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I've liked Wendell Carter Jr. I think he has potential, but his ceiling is not very high. I really thought they were going to get like some high profile young player for him if they did decide to trade him, but it just didn't end up happening. I don't know. I don't love it for them. 2 first-round picks is solid, but you have to remember people telling me in my comments when I tweet out that I was surprised about the return. They were like, "Oh, they got 2 probably lottery picks." Maybe lottery picks, except for the fact that you just gave the Bulls a second All-Star, and now with 2 All-Stars, a solid coach in Billy Donovan, and presumably more moves on the way, especially if they pick up like Alonzo Ball, that's a good team. And that team is going to make the playoffs this season. I would be surprised more if they didn't than if they did make the playoffs. With 2 All-Stars, potentially more pieces around them. I don't know. I don't know. I thought they could have gotten more. Otto Porter is just salary filler. He doesn't mean that much. He won't be here beyond this season. Wendell Carter Jr. is probably the biggest piece, and I don't think he's incredible right now. I think he has potential, but I don't know. I think the Magic could have gotten more, but I am really proud of them for making the decision to trade him. I think that's the bigger story here, that they made the decision to trade him. They did get some solid assets, and now they can finally move into that rebuild. Now, on the Bulls side of things, I love this for the Bulls. I think they got a steal here. I think 2 firsts is cool and all, but what you want to do right now is show Zach LaVine you want to win and convince him to stay here long term. I think that's exactly what they just did. They're showing also potential free agents that, hey, Chicago is a destination we want to win, and with guys like Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic, 2 All-Stars, if they could potentially add a third All-Star either through trade, free agency, something like that down the line, that's huge. And Chicago could make a return to prominence much faster than everyone previously thought, because this was kind of starting to seem like a lost season for Chicago, a season where going into it, a lot of people thought they could make the playoffs, and they just haven't. It has not materialized. Zach LaVine has been way better than expected. Not way better. He was always known to be a good player, but pulling off an All-Star caliber season, being one of the league's best scorers. He's been incredible this year. And when you throw in the fact that Kobe White just hasn't quite reached the level that you want him to, Wendell Carter Jr. didn't quite make that jump. I don't know. It just didn't feel like the Bulls were going to do much this season. But now adding Vucevic, I think they're a playoff team. I think that further complicates a super muddy Eastern Conference playoff picture. The play-in tournament is going to be so much fun because you're going to have so many teams 1 through 10 that could make a run in the postseason, or at least give teams a battle in the playoffs, especially in that lower section. I don't know who's going to end up making the playoffs in the East. It's going to be fun to watch, and I'm proud of the Bulls for making that move. It once again shows how much good management goes in the NBA. When you look at Artunas Konysovas, coming into the Bulls this offseason and just readily committing to, we're going to win. We're going to make decisions for our team that benefit us right now. And the Bulls have been kind of struggling since the end of that Jimmy Butler era, and now they're finally trying to get back to prominence. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for Bulls fans. They deserve this. And Vucevic is a really, really good player. He's a top five center, maybe top four. I would probably say five if I had to go with a spot for him right now, like at this moment. He's really, really good. And the pick and pop with him and Zach LaVine, the pick and roll with him and Zach LaVine, it's going to be deadly. Those are two guys that can hit threes from pretty much anywhere around the logo. I know you're like, whoa, Vucevic hitting at the logo. Yeah, he can do that. He's really, really good. And I think that this says a lot for the direction of the Bulls. I think that Lauren Markkanen's going to be gone too. I think that this means they keep Thaddeus Young because he's a solid veteran that can help them win now. They're not trying to rebuild. They're trying to make some noise at the moment, and that definitely shifts the picture of some of their guys. Like I mentioned, Thaddeus Young was a guy that a lot of contenders were looking at, but I think now he stays. Um, and I just got a text. The Celtics are in serious talks to trade for Evan Fournier, so maybe that's another video. The Sixers are also on the 1 yard line making a push for Kyle Lowry, so maybe you'll see that video. Also, did just get the protections on the picks. 2021 pick is top four protected this year from the Bulls to the Magic, and a 2023 pick. So those are their picks. Once again, I don't think it's anything too crazy. Happy for the Bulls, happy for the Magic moving on. I hope both sides are happy with this. I just hope for the Magic's sake those picks end up good, because if not, this is a pretty poor return. So with that being said, seems like more trades are going to happen, so you'll see more of these videos, but I wanted to make sure I got this one up because this is a blockbuster. I'll probably talk about some of the smaller trades in a video at the end of the day, but when blockbusters, like when the Kyle Lowry trade happens, I'll definitely drop a video talking about that. So I'll see you guys later for more trades, and Rue, one say back.